What card type is the most important in Commander? I need you to think about it. Is it artifacts? Is it enchantments? Is it creatures? It's actually lands. We need lands to play our spells. We need lands for those game-winning plays. But can we build a Commander deck without any lands that can still win games? I think we can. Let me show you how. Now, I'm already cheating in this challenge. I am going to play lands, but they'll be MDFCs, so they won't count as lands in our library. They'll only be lands when we play them as lands. That does open up some interesting possibilities in deck building. So let's start with our commander we'll use for this crazy build. We need 5 colors to access all of the MDFCs, so I chose Kenrith the Return King. His last ability really fits into this deck because it's going to be a graveyard deck. What we're going to do is mill our whole library and combo to win. So let me show you how to mill that entire deck. There aren't actually that many ways to mill your entire library. I found 5, and here they are. First up, there's Avenging Druid. If Avenging Druid deals combat damage to an opponent, we can reveal cards from our top of our library until we reveal a land card, and then put all the revealed cards into the graveyard. We have no lands, so everything's going in. Balustrade Spy does the same thing, but it's even better because it's an ETB. When it ETBs, we're going to mill our entire library straight into the graveyard to get ready for that combo. Destroy the Evidence is going to destroy one of our lands that's in play, and we're going to reveal cards from the top of our library until we hit a land, and all the revealed cards go into the graveyard. Guess what? We're not revealing a land. I'm sure you've seen Hermit Druid before. It's a pretty popular card. You pay a green and tap it and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a basic land card, then all of them go right into your graveyard besides that basic land. Our final piece of Mill Yourself Out tech is Undercity Informer. You can pay 1 generic and sack it to make yourself mill your entire library. So we've got an entire deck milled. What to do next? We're going to win with that, because on the next turn, if we draw the card without winning, we lose the game. Now, most of the combos that we're going to play revolve around having our graveyard full to the max, but we do run one that takes advantage of having no lands in our deck. Let me show you these 5 combos. First up, there's the classic combo of Mikaeus the Unhallowed and Triskelion. This is an infinite damage combo that can win the game out of nowhere. How it works is Mikaeus is going to give all of our non-human creatures Undying, so when they die, they come back with a 1/1 counter. Triskelion comes in with counters that we can remove for damage. We're going to make sure we remove 2 of those counters that hit the opponent, and the last one, the ping Triskelion. Then it comes back with counters again. We can hard cast this combo because the deck does produce mana, but we can reanimate both pieces and win. Our second quote-unquote combo is just Goblin Charbelcher. This card lets you reveal cards from the top of your library until you hit a land. Then it deals damage to any target based on the number of cards you revealed. With this, we're not revealing a land. Somebody's going to take 80 or 90 damage. This presents a 3-turn clock. We'll just take out the most dangerous opponent first, and then work our way down to the weakest. Our third combo is known well to the CEDH community. It's drawing from your library when there's no cards in it, using Laboratory Maniac, because we'll win the game, or Thassa's Oracle, where you can win pretty easily with this card. You guys know how these work. I don't need to explain them that much. Our fourth combo revolves around Sir Conrad the Grim. All we need is him in play, and then we need to cast one of our spells that mill our entire library. That means each of our opponents is going to take lethal damage. He also works surprisingly well with our final combo that brings everything back from the Bennett Once to win instantly. Our fifth and final combo is a little more involved. It revolves around Scholar of the Lost Trove. This Jumpstart card is a huge Sphinx that when it ETBs, it's going to allow you to cast an instant, sorcery, or artifact card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. With a full graveyard, that gives us a plethora of options. We're going to hit cards like Eerie Ultimatum to bring back all of our permanents. Hit cards like Living Death and Living End that do the same exact thing. And Rise of the Dark Realms, which can bring back everything from everybody's yard to play for us. Don't you have to untap to win with that kind of board state? No. We've got 2 cards that are going to allow us to win by bringing everything back. Those are Flayer of the Hatebound and Terror of the Peaks. Those mass reanimate effects are going to bring back these 2 cards that are going to deal a lot of direct damage. Flayer of the Hatebound cares about cards entering from the graveyard, and Terror of the Peaks just cares about them entering. So we'll be able to end all 3 opponents at once with this last combo. You may be thinking that this deck seems super powerful, and it is in Magical Christmas Land, because if this graveyard gets interacted with, we are going to lose the game no matter what. However, this deck can still surprise your opponents and win out of nowhere. So it kind of reminds me of the old Manaless Dredge Legacy deck. I still have one on my shelf, and I haven't played it in some time, and this deck helps me reminisce. Check out the full deck list on Moxfield, link in the description. So if you like these crazy deck techs and want me to make more, please give me a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.